Welcome, everyone. Kenji Kumara and I are here today to offer you our hearts in service and to share about some things we have going on that we think you might want to know about. Kenji, you're my soul brother, and I'm so grateful to collaborate with you and to join our hearts today. And what we'd like to do first with you guys is to just do a quick little meditation to bring you into presence with this now moment. So I just invite you just to be here with us now in this moment. Close your eyes if you like. Take a deep breath deep into your body. And let's just arrive together in this moment. Here we are. I invite you to open your heart and receive whatever is meant for you today. As you breathe, just allow yourself to settle into your body. And just bring your intentions to commune with us in this beautiful heart space, in this beautiful space of presence. Let's be here together. Just breathing deeply and gently. Allow that breath to really move through your body, opening up spaces to receive as you breathe. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kenji, is there anything you want to add to that invitation?
No, that feels really good.
Awesome.
Grounding and centering, relaxing and being present. Yeah, it feels good.
Love it. Yeah. So I know that you and I are both very busy creating things to serve humanity. So why don't you share a little bit what you've been up to and what you're offering in service?
Well, after many moons, as natives would say, many moons, I finally decided to jump out there and offer like the best program I could ever offer up to this point in my evolution. So in a way, it's like a culmination of like over 50 years of study and practice and hardships and successes. I mean, the whole gamut, right? The full pendulum swing, as we say. You all know what I'm talking about. So I thought this year, because this is a very important year, this might be the year where we make it or break it, in a matter of speaking. I will say, like, and let me explain that. So like maybe for some people, it's going to be too intense and they're going to decide to complete their mission and check out, so to speak. You will see that. Well, you have been seeing that in the last 2.5 years. This year, astrologically, my friend told me that this is the year of shadow work. I mean, it's like really, you've got to get and do the shadow work. I would say if you don't, it'll be very difficult in 2024. But this year is going to be very intense all the way around, I think. We'll experience the gamut, the very deep, how shall we say, dark night of the soul kind of things level.
Okay.
This time we'll experience incredible ecstasy and bliss and breakthroughs and ahas and miracles. And so in a way, it's where do you want to live? What world do you want to live in? And so this program that we're offering, I'm going to call it my first signature program because I don't know what else to call it. And we have a name for it. But it's actually designed to move people into the highest state of consciousness that they can embody in this lifetime, or at least give them the tools to step into those worlds and then begin to operate more consciously in the 5th through the 12th dimension. And as you know, Susie, when we really integrate and embody the 12th dimension, we really can master everything now on this plane of expression. And I've always felt that once we master this incarnation, like in an ascended state, like how the masters have been teaching us and how certain avatars and sages, if you will, have come upon the planet and given the teachings, we'll be able to go anywhere in the universe, any star system, any planet, any galaxy, and not struggle like we have here. Because this, to me, is the hardest graduate school to get your degree in. If you can get a degree here on Earth, oh boy, that diploma, that degree will take you anywhere, and you'll be able to master these other realms. In fact, I've had glimpses of what I'll be doing when I leave here, and that would be to be an ambassador, because I kind of like to do that, be ambassadors in other star systems and to show them, well, this is what we had to go through on Earth here. Do you want to do the same thing? Or here's another way to perhaps look at all this as far as your evolution goes. But that's a whole nother program, probably. Getting back, the signature program is designed for really people that are on a path of initiation, which basically means they have chosen to come in my case, to literally kind of review and I guess reclaim all my lives, in a sense, integrate it into this, so that by the time I leave here, I will have integrated all of the past into the now present.
Beautiful.
If you think about it theoretically, that's really what you want to do if you're on the path of spiritual growth, path of enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, self-awareness. It's integrating all of your parts, the shadow part, the inner child, your higher self, other dimensional levels. I mean, the whole thing.
Yeah.
The neat thing about this new program is we're going to be going into or a more conscious way, all the dimensions beyond this one. So from the 5th to the 12th. And as you know, I kind of work spontaneously, so I can only describe what I'm getting like in this moment, but it's
when people show up, they're going to get much more than what you're describing now.
Yeah, because you're going to be feeding into the program, really, right? And we're all going to co-create this beautiful, I can feel it in my body right now. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a
synergy,
that divine flow too. Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's remembering also about how to remove the veil that we were born with. And that's a big part of this ascension process with those that are choosing to do that. I'm looking at this now and thinking, oh, it's not that hard, removing the veil or moving through the veil. It's just that people have to remember that they were veiled, and there were certain things, shadow aspects perhaps, that were veiled up until like maybe now in your elderly age or in your 30s. It's coming for Saturn return, midlife crisis, dark night of the soul, all that stuff. But it's going to be fun. We're going to bring in a lot of fun energy. So yes, it's serious, but it's going to be very fun. We'll work with the angelics, with unicorns, with dragons. And I think I've taken on the responsibility to kind of re-educate people about the nature of dragons. It's not like how you see it in movies.
Thank you.
Very powerful beings that, whoa, God, rush, that work elementally in all of creation. So it's like this.
They're creator beings.
Yes. So think about it this way. So like you go to another planet, let's say, and you have an incarnation and you come with a group of your friends, right? We'll call them your soul tribe. And you go and incarnate on a planet. And these people are doing their thing, but they're not aware that you're there, but you came to offer assistance. And the idea is, well, we can't really like shake them up or do anything until they ask, right, for some help, some guidance, right? And so these people are kind of struggling, doing their thing and kind of getting stuck and like having conflict, internal and external. And you're there holding the space, but you can't do anything because they haven't asked you to come in and to assist.
Yep.
So it's
Perfect analogy.
yeah, these different beings are here from all levels of the angelic, seraphim, Elohim. You've got principalities, and you've got all kinds. And if we don't open up, we can't be assisted on that level. And I think this collaboration thing that we're doing is really, it's collaborating with the other kingdoms, so that by the time you leave here, you'll be conscious of all these beautiful kingdoms that make up the earth, not just humanity, but what's behind trees and rocks and rivers, and like what's in the air that we don't see, and what's in the earth that we can't feel necessarily. It's like, so in a way, it's like opening up people to these other realities and reminding them, hey, here's what's here. Let's work with these beings, and let's really get into the mastery of who you are so we can move forward. And oh, I didn't know I was going to say all that, but that's just a little bit of the program.
No, I love that. That was perfect. And I'm curious how, the tools that you give people to open up, then as they open up, how can people navigate that so that they still stay grounded? Because when when you open up too fast, then it can be, very decentering and destabilizing.
You mean like all these space cadets that we used to say in the 70s? That's another space cadet, kind of spaced out there, kind of in another world. Can't get a job on the earth, but is very high consciousness. Oh, I had to that was the comedy team. Yeah, so the comedy team will come in and teach like that. But
Good.
yeah, it really is about integration, and like, well, how do you integrate these higher levels of consciousness without spacing out? You have to do your day job in a sense, right? You have to do your business. You have to go grocery shopping. You have to do your bookkeeping. You have to do all this stuff, right? Or have a team that helps you to do it. But I think I found a way just to create through the power of declarations and intentions. All right. So allow, like, you have this tree swaying out through the window. So the trees are talking now, right? So they're showing me, wow. So they're showing me like this. So this is how energetically you kind of like bring in the energies, because it kind of like moves you like that. And then the wind stops and it begins to slow down. But you allow the information that's in the energy to channel through you naturally in an everyday sense without you having to go, okay, what am I going to do here and this? So whenever I do events, I have a theme, but then the content is just spontaneously brought through.
Yes.
We're going to be teaching that throughout the training of how to be a clear and perfect channel. In each and every way, every moment of your day, you can be this channel of information, of presence, without having to think.
Yeah.
So maybe the healing part, if you want to call it that, is about learning how to set aside, literally set aside the thinking mind, so that the spirit can come through. So here's esoterically what they've taught in the ancient traditions. So as we evolve, we become a personality, right? We become an ego. So on a certain level of consciousness that is necessary for growth, right? You become an ego-based personality body that has kind of like a logical mind, maybe not so much intuitive mind and all that, right?
Yeah.
But then there comes a point where you have to allow the ego to step aside, and then the soul begins to speak through the heart, and you become soul-based. But in the higher initiations, this is what people don't realize, the soul at some point in the higher initiations have to step aside, just like the ego did before. And then the I am, that universal spirit, can come through without having to go through the personality and the soul. So that is when you are clear and perfect channel. And how many people have done that here? Probably not many. But this is what we're here to help people to understand and to experience and to accomplish, in my opinion. is to be that clear and perfect channel. Aside from the soul, the mind, the ego, you can still function, but it's like a totally different ballgame, right?
Yes.
Yeah, totally
Yes.
different.
As a channel, I understand what you're talking about, and I am generally clear, but not perfect.
Well, we're always evolving. As Jesus said,
Exactly.
there's always another step to take, right? And I got another rush of energy.
Yeah.
Now, he didn't say that in the Bible. Well, maybe he said it, but they didn't put it in the Bible. Oh, the trees are really swinging here. So, oh, yeah, I lost my point.
What were you talking about Jesus? What Jesus was saying with being a
Oh,
channel?
yeah, there's always another step to take. So what he realized, and this is what I remember from his teachings, and I carry it in my heart because it's true, that you're always in a state of evolution. You'll never get to where you think you want to get to because there's always another dimension. And that's how God created creation. Infinite number of beyond the 12th, you got the 13th to the 17th, and you got the
Always more.
25th, and then you just keep going, right?
Always more. Yeah.
Go more.
Yep.
But for this earth, we only need that maximum 12th level.
And I wanted to say also, kind of to answer my own question that I asked you about the integration piece. One of the tools that I use with myself and my clients is asking my body to integrate the frequencies effectively and efficiently. Because as you know, right now, there's so many new energies coming to the planet, so many frequencies and new combinations coming to the planet, and it can be overwhelming for the physical body, especially if you want to still function and not, you know, have to keep your day job. So,
Function? Let me see. When was the last time I went out and socialized? Oh, okay, that's been that long. All right.
yeah, so and it works. It has worked for me. It's worked for the people that I work with. We ask the body, please integrate the energies effectively, efficiently. How does it feel to integrate the frequencies effectively and efficiently? And then feel into your body. Let your body show you how it feels when your body integrates effectively and efficiently. And so it's just this really simple thing, but really powerful. And I know that you have a ton of tools that you'll be giving in your program as well. This is just something little I wanted to share because it really can make a big impact in your moment to moment life.
Yeah, I like that because, as you know, Susie, the body, our bodies are an elemental being and has all the elements that are out there in nature. And so common sense would say, yeah, talk to your body. I mean, your body's not dumb and stupid, right? It has consciousness because it has all the elemental energies: air, earth, air, wire, fodder, earth, air, wire, fire,
I know what you're saying.
and others. Yeah, and others. We used to call it a genetic entity. No one really knows about the genetic entity. I asked about that back in the 1970s when I was studying with this transmedium at the time. Now we call them channels. And they're talking about the genetic entity, and it's how it's very difficult to work with it because there's no information on it. Apparently this being did, though. But my understanding today of the genetic entity is that it's a controlling force, if you will, of your physical body. And so why not work with it as a companion, as like you would your guardian angel? In fact, you could kind of think of your genetic entity of your body as like your guardian angel in a way. And why not talk to it? And like you say,
Yeah.
instruct it to integrate these higher energies very gently, effortlessly, with love and acceptance and all that. And yeah, makes perfect sense.
So I so resonate with the language that you use and the way you talk, and
Hmm.
the what I'm offering is the same but different, right? And I love the synergy here. So I'm offering a one-on-one mentorship program, and we're going to be covering a lot of what you said we work with, but this is one-on-one, so it's really personalized to your needs and what you need in order to live your soul mission. So my whole thing is about soul and what is in the way of you stepping forward to either live your soul mission or to expand your soul mission, and what keeps you stuck or what holds you back, and what practical steps do you need in order to move forward. Sometimes it's the most simple, most practical things that we kind of throw aside because there's something so big inside of us that if we were to take that little step, it would blast the doors wide open. And that can feel scary to step into your own light. And so it's addressing those types of things that come up for people. Or maybe it's an inner child wound that needs to be healed that's holding you back. Maybe you don't feel worthy or good enough, or maybe your dad left when you were 3 and so you have an abandonment wound by the masculine, or maybe your mom was verbally and emotionally abusive to you, so you have a wound from the feminine, from the divine mother. And so all of these little things, I make sure that we cover those core issues, those core wounds, that we work to heal those, so that those practical steps become easier, and you can feel within your being that you're more motivated to take them when you heal those traumas and those things that happened when you were a kid, or when you were 20, or when you were 50. It's not always, the inner child wound isn't always about when you were 3. Sometimes something happened when you were 65. Like it's not always age centric. So the one-on-one mentorship it's either 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. And if you're new to me and my work, maybe you want to start off with something smaller, just to really feel into our alignment together, or not. Like maybe you feel my energy and you're like, that's the one I need to work with. She knows what she's talking about. I can feel her frequency. She's a match. And we just jump into 12 months if it's aligned for both of us. So there are options that we can play with. But the big thing is you're making a commitment to heal, to live your soul mission, to set yourself free, and to learn how to create. Remember who you are as a creator on this planet, and start to create the life that really resonates with your soul, that life of true soul desire. Prime Creator talks about ego desire and soul desire, and how there's nothing wrong with ego desires. And I share that belief. However, what fulfills me the most is to be able to facilitate someone moving forward and achieving their soul desires. So, if you want the new car, that's cool. Like if that's the frequency that's aligned for you, I'll support you in that, right? But I really, really love when someone heals themselves and steps out and says, yes, I'm going to live this life. So my job as the facilitator in the mentorship is to facilitate that healing for you, to bring you back to your soul, to bring you back to your rememberings of who you are and your spiritual gifts and talents, to activate you into remembering those things, and then to guide you in executing your talents. Because if you are sharing your spiritual gifts with someone, whether you are in business doing it that way or just sharing it with your family, there are certain protocols that are best to be followed. We need to get permission from the people that we want to help. And, there are all these little guidance things that I've been through in the past 18 years of doing this kind of work with people that you might not think about if you haven't been serving people in this way. So it's important to have someone to guide you in that, so that you're doing it correctly and you don't have to pay for mistakes, 5 or 10 years later. That whole karma piece, what you put out comes back. And so you want to put it out from the correct place within your being, and, as much as possible in the correct way. And like I was saying earlier, I'm not perfect. We all make mistakes, right? So there's always grace around that when the intention is correct. But that's as a spiritual guide, that's what I'm here to help you with, is to do it in the best way possible. So,
That
yeah.
sounds like a program that's very relevant for a lot of people right now.
Yeah, as yours is. I would agree with that. It's something that's really needed because we, like you said in the very beginning of this, we are at a place on this planet where we're choosing one path or the other. And it's not black and white, but there is a huge opportunity in the energy right now to really step into, okay, I'm going to live my mission. I'm going to start living my mission, at least take steps towards it. There are huge opportunities with energetic support for that. And so, yeah, it's very relevant for what we're going through as a collective.
So let me ask you this, Susie. So when you are working one-to-one with your folks, I'm assuming you include some kind of guided meditation or instruction or activation that brings them to a place of experience of, say, like a shadow aspect or a inner child wounding that happened at 6 or 3 years old, or their first marriage, or their doubt about which direction to go spiritually in their life?
Yeah. Yeah, this is very personalized to the client. So in the session itself, we might do a meditation or a channel transmission with Prime Creator. It's really, I tune in the moment to see what's needed the most for that person. And then part of the mentorship includes a creation temple membership with the master creators, which means that you get the opportunity to join us every Monday in our creation temple gatherings. And then you experience the support from the group as well. And as part of your membership, you get all of the activations, all of the inner child healings, all of the processes that we've been doing for the past 6 years in the creation temple. You get all of those resources to support you so that, when we're not meeting one-on-one in the session, you still have the resources that you can draw upon to support you throughout the program. Did that answer your question?
Wow, that sounds like a lot. That if I was going to a restaurant to order a meal, that sounds like a really tempting full course meal.
It's a full course meal.
Yeah,
It's a lot. It's
yeah.
a lot. And that's why I offer programs that are up to a year, because as you know, healing, evolving, expanding takes time. And to make it sustainable, it takes time. Yes, people can have spontaneous healings and awakenings, and that happens with my work as well. But the carry wood, carry chop wood, carry water, the everyday work and discipline that needs to go into healing and growing. That's what I help to facilitate through the programs.
Sounds very well, very lovely, lovely and wonderful.
Yeah.
Just what the doctor ordered for 2023. Are you offering something that's starting soon as well, something complimentary to this?
Yes. Yeah. So for people who love the free stuff, I have the Soul Power Symposium, and that's the registration starting on January 11th, and then the content is released on January 23rd. So we have 1, 23, 23. I like the numbers. So that's when the content drops. But the Soul Power Symposium is all about everything I was just talking about, coming back to your soul, coming back to the knowing of who you are, activating into that remembering of who you are at the soul level. And I have beautiful speakers, some of whom are from other continents, who are, stepping up to be in service to assist you in awakening your soul mission within you. So it's beautiful. Season 2 is powerful. It's Kenji was part of season 1, and that was powerful. And this is even more potent, more powerful. The container is even more energy rich than last season. So it's Yeah, I'm just so grateful to all the presenters who stepped up to serve with me and all of the frequencies and energies and the potency that's part of this season. I'm so excited.
Nice. Love it. Love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So, do we feel complete with this part and we want to move into the meditation, or is there anything you want?
We'll ground the folks even a little bit more here as we end this presentation. So I'd like to say the signature program starts February 1st. So you just go to the website. We will have links here that you can click on. So in any case, whatever you decide, both of us wish all of you a very blessed new year. Remember these 4 words: magic, miracles, awe, and wonder. And the awe part is, remember when you were a little kid and you went out to the forest for the first time, or out to the countryside for the first time, you went, oh, look at that. Okay, that's like awe.
Yeah,
You need to bring that back.
yeah,
Of course, the magic is always there. The wonder is there.
yeah,
And the miracles are always there.
yeah,
So let's do our best to really play in this new year, play with the serious stuff, and really just work with your comedy team, your bliss team, and move out of move out of what everybody else is going through and really step into your own space and recreate your own boundaries, so to speak, so you know who you are, what you are, and how you serve. So you know that when you have how should I say, defined boundaries, where you're not like a space cadet out there merging with the cosmos and can't get the practical aspect together. So you want to really be a container of just your energy, your frequency with Prime Creator's frequency. That's all that's required, really, is your frequency aligned with Prime Creator's frequency, aligned with the new Earth frequency. So with that, let's drop into another meditation and really drop in with your body, knowing that you're not your physical body, you're not your ego, you're not your mind, even your consciousness, your presence, your spirit. But your container for this lifetime is your physical body that has a consciousness, that has intelligence, that actually in your DNA, in your protons, electrons, and neutrons on a subatomic level, hold the memory of your purpose, your life purpose. So let's drop down into the subatomic level of your physical body, knowing that you are not your body, but it is a vehicle for your expression. So imagine that you are surrounding your body with your love and your light and your understanding and your compassion. And give your body permission to be really focused and grounded each and every day, so that it can manage these higher frequencies very comfortably. And give your body instructions. You can give it to the brain if you want, or to the genetic entity, that mysterious entity that manages your physical body. Give it instructions that it can now feel very comfortable in assimilating and integrating these higher frequencies that are coming to your body, to it every day, especially after dream time, when you wake up in the morning, and when you meditate, and when you pray, and when you do healing work, or you receive healing work of any kind, that it can very easily integrate all of this down to the subatomic level, and feel as if your feet are like magnets, huge magnets that are stuck to the earth, the new earth, not the old earth, but the 12D new earth, that it's magnetized electromagnetically to the heart of the new earth, and that your body is really now aligned to the ascension process of Gaia. Gaia is masculine and feminine, divine balance and harmony through the 12th dimension. And imagine that the space above your head is always connected to divine spirit. It's connected to the Godhead. It's connected to the solar logos, the spirit of life. So let's take a deep breath or two or three and really move in connection with your body, knowing that you are not your body, but that you are in alignment and connection with your physical vehicle, which is your divine expression on the earth plane, and that your voice is now open and free to speak freely in this new year of miracles, magic, awe, and wonder. And when you're ready, slowly open the eyes. And after the conclusion of this presentation, remember to drink some blessed water. Water is the carrier for these frequencies for your body. So always when you do spiritual work afterwards, and even during or preparing for spiritual work, is to drink some water so you create the flow. So
Yeah.
Susie, anything else you'd like to add before we leave
Yeah.
a couple people?
Yeah, for those of you who felt drawn to the work and the offerings that Kenji and I are offering, I invite you now to tune into your body. Now that you're grounded to the core of the new earth and connected to source and connected to your body, ask your body, is this for me? All the things that we spoke of today, what's for me? What is for me to invest in? What is for me to receive? And just take a deep breath and feel your body's response. Do I want to work with Kenji? Do I want to work with Susie? Do I want to be part of both? Do I want to work with both people? And allow your body to give you the answers. And I invite you to free yourself to take that inspired action, to either fill out the mentorship application or to go to Kenji's website and join his group program, or join the Soul Power Symposium. How does it feel to free myself to take the inspired action that my body invited me to take? And breathe into that. How does it feel to free myself to take the inspired action that my body invited me to take? And then make a commitment to honor yourself if your body has invited you to take an action. If your spirit and soul are calling you to work with one or both of us, make a commitment. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to allow it to happen. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing right now, today. This is what I'm doing. Make that commitment and then honor it. And just feel your body as you affirm these things, as you make any commitments to yourself. Feel how your body responds to that commitment. As I lead you through this, I'm feeling massive expansion in my heart and in my solar plexus and in my chest. Just my whole body is alive and expanded. What does your body tell you? as you commit to yourself. And just give your body some gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me signals, messages, cues. Thank you, dear body, for speaking to me. Thank you, dear soul, for making your voice be heard in my body, in my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just take 3 deep breaths, giving gratitude to your body and soul, and giving gratitude to Kenji for showing up with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Open your eyes when you're ready.
Thank you, Susie.
Thank you.
And we thank all of you for tuning in. Again, have a very blessed year of miracles, magic, awe, and wonder.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Blessings to all.
Mm-hmm.